Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I'm David Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Final Girl core box, as well as the Dr. Fright scenario, or whatever they call them. I think they might call them videos. I don't know. Anyway, very late to the party on this one. Final Girl came out quite a while ago. The first season was on Kickstarter, had about 5 or 6 different possible scenarios that you could get. They've had a second season since then, and I heard them announce they're doing a 3rd season, so there's a lot of it going on. It's been very popular. I've heard mostly good things. I was actually about to pull the trigger on this game, and then one of my good friends, Riley Stock from the Board Game Community Show and Friend and Foe Adventure Co, had gotten it, and he really didn't see the excitement about it. He found it actually really easy and repetitive, and he started with, I can't remember the exact name, but there's one that takes place at a carnival, and from what I understand, that's not really the best one to start out with, so it could be that. Also, most people have said this is a very hard game, and so him saying it's easy might seem strange, but he's really good at games. Like he's so good at games. So Riley, if you're listening to this, this is your fault, honestly. You need to suck more, and then you won't have problems with these games being too easy. Be like me, where you almost never win. It's fantastic. Everything is a challenge. Okay, let's go through this. I'm gonna start with the core box. Again, you need this to make any of the scenarios work, because this is the basis of your game. These are the things you add in to, give it the flavor. So let me move this out of the way. Let's see. It is a solo game, 20-60 minutes, ages 14 and up. I don't know if the 14 up is the complexity or if it is just because of the subject matter, because you are basically playing through horror movies. Okay. It says, horror awaits. Ever wanted to star in your own horror movie? Now's your chance. In Final Girl, you become the heroine of the story. This is a solo game unlike any other that brings many horror movie tropes to life using the innovative and endlessly replayable feature film game system. Every second counts as you manage your time and actions in the game. One mistake could mean your death. Will you try to save the other victims, or search for items to help you destroy the killer? Play cards, roll dice, and feel the exhilaration and the dread in every moment. This core box is the primary components of the game, but must be combined with at least one feature film box. So grab this box and one or more of the feature film boxes, and you will have everything you need to play. Since any killer can be played at any location, adding additional feature film boxes greatly increases your options and provides exciting new challenges. So this shows, I think this is probably all the season 1 feature films, so that's 5 of them, and it tells you what's included. It's won a lot of awards, so that's great. All right, so these are kind of interesting looking boxes. I'm not gonna be able to open it the usual way, so I'm just gonna cut across here. We'll just kind of see how this goes. Okay. So again, I kind of mentioned earlier, this has kind of been out for a while, but I honestly have no idea what's in this box. I really don't. I almost didn't want to do a unboxing of it, because I thought, well, I don't know, people are going to want to watch this unboxing of this whole thing, and maybe they will and maybe they won't. But, you might be like me and you just kind of wonder what's in here. Okay, so I like how this opens. It feels like it's got like a magnetic thing to it. Oh, there's a music collection. That's fascinating. Horror movie music can be really fantastic, so I'm curious to see what they do there. All right, so here is our rule book. So the back page and a half or so is an index, but it's 32 pages, so I mean, it's not a tiny rule book by any stretch. But that being said, it has a lot of pictures, a lot of examples, so I don't know that it's going to be too overwhelming, but it's bigger than I thought it would be. But we'll see. It may not be that complicated. A lot of times, games will give a lot of examples or explain things multiple times just to kind of get up to speed on it, but we'll see. All right, so here we have some tokens. These look like places where you might put cards. I'm guessing these have something to do with health. I'm not sure. I mean, these symbols match what's up here, but I don't know exactly what they mean. Okay, so this is a track. So maybe looks like a time limit track, because these look like hourglasses. So I'm not sure how this works with the horror, if that's like something to do with morale and how scared people are getting, because it looks like maybe you have more dice, or excuse me, fewer dice as you go along that track there. Has places for backpack, which I'm guessing is inventory. Every time a victim dies, they go here. Here's your Final Girl card, I'm guessing. I'm not sure what the dual bloody handprints are, but that's all right. Okay, now let's pop this open. Here, I'm gonna move the box out of the way for the moment. So if you've played this, I'm curious which ones you recommend as far as like most fun. So these are all action cards. I'll try to say that a little bit. There's not art on these, doesn't look like. So, you know, walk, focus, weak attack, close call, search, sprint, distraction, furious strike, critical blow, all kinds of good stuff. But yeah, I'd love to know which ones you've enjoyed playing. I got the one I got, which we'll talk about soon, because it's they're all sort of takeoffs of actual movies without getting into IP infringement. So this is based on one of my favorites, but I'll get to that in a minute. So you have a few wooden little tokens here, one big red one and a few smaller white ones. I'm not sure what those symbolize. Could be, I'm guessing the white ones might be possible victims. I don't know. They do have a miniature set for this, and if I like it, if I like the game, I probably will get the miniatures just because I like miniatures. So they have their own little special dice. That's cool. I don't know what they all mean, but that's fine. Okay. I don't know if I need to really take this out. So there's a red meeple, or a couple red meeples, purple meeple, and a bunch of hearts. There's also an hourglass in there. So that's what those are, all wood. Okay, now these are probably the victims. There's all kinds of yellow guys and one orange one. So yeah, fascinating. Okay. So that's it. That's the core box. So there's not, you know, tons and tons going on in here, but that's because I think the meat of the game really is in the feature film boxes, which we're going to get to. I really am excited to try this one. I love scary movies. I don't get to watch them very much because my wife doesn't like them and everyone else in the family is too young to watch horror movies. So that's how it is. Okay, here we have it. Dr. Fright, the Dream Doctor. Can you guess what this is a takeoff of? This is a takeoff of Nightmare on Elm Street. I think, yeah, the series is actually even called Frightmare on Maple Lane instead of Nightmare on Elm Street. Lovely. He even has look like claws here. Rest in peace on Maple Lane. The suburbs are quiet no more as dreams have turned to frights in this addition to the final girl experience. In Frightmare on Maple Lane, the notorious Dream Doctor, Dr. Fright, is looking for vengeance. He'll stop at nothing to make the ones responsible for his untimely death pay with their blood. Choose either of the included final girls, Nancy or Sheila, and enter the dream world to face your fright. Whether awake or asleep, you'll need to convince your neighbors to let you in their house if you're going to have any hope of surviving the nightmare. Okay, and that tells you what all is in there. I think it's funny that one of the survivor women in this is named Nancy because that was the name of the most common final girl in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. She was in a number of the movies. I don't remember how many, but in several of them. Nightmare on Elm Street was my favorite horror movie series as a kid. I did watch them as a kid. I probably shouldn't have. I saw a very heavily edited version of it on a local channel when I was a kid. And after that, I managed to get my dad to rent them for me. My favorite was part 3. It just had neat characters in there. Most of them die, of course, but still really fantastic. Highly recommend that one. They get kind of weird. They kind of silly too. Freddy becomes less, I mean, he's still horrifying because he's trying to kill everybody, but he's also like telling these weird, like just gory dad jokes a lot of the time. Like which, I mean, granted, that's just my sense of humor, so it's fine. It does kind of take away from the horror a little bit. There was also one of the movies, and it's driving me nuts, I can't remember what it's called. They went all meta. So what they did was they had Nightmare on Elm Street was a real movie in that movie, and the actress who plays Nancy was just playing herself, but then she started to get haunted, I guess, by Freddy Krueger. So anyway, fascinating stuff. All right, enough of me reminiscing about Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's get in here. I really want to watch those movies again sometime. I think there might be a few that I didn't see. I never saw Freddy vs. Jason, which I have no idea if it's good or not, but I still want to see it because it's just, come on. Freddy vs. Jason. Let's be honest. Oh, okay. Here's our other final girl in this set, so that's cool. I didn't know that back came off that way on these too. So one thing I don't like, this is not the game company's fault. I ordered it via Amazon, and all they did was they stuck a shipping label right on the packaging and sent it that way. The shipping label came off very easily, which is nice. That's why you didn't see it. But it means, I've got a dinged up corner, which I don't get upset about that, but you know, that just happens sometimes. But when I know it's probably because they shipped it that way instead of actually, you know, taking care and doing something with it, that's when it upsets me. It's not just in general, but okay, I'm going to zoom down a little bit on this. Okay. Here I have a suburban neighborhood, the Smalley's house, the boyfriend's house, favorite intersection, various numbers on here. I don't know what they all mean. There's 1s and 2s, 5s and 6. I'm sure that will make sense as I play. Here is, you know, special setup and whatnot for this scenario. Okay, let me move this aside for a minute. They really, oh, hello. Oh, here, okay. So Dr. Fright has like a special big card with him on. Oh, so he doesn't have claws. He has like a pitchfork, but I couldn't tell because that was like off the picture I was looking at before. But that's plenty cool. He's barefoot. Oh, that's a strange one. He's wearing, you know, like a vest rather than the striped sweater of Freddy Krueger. I just think it's funny all the little stuff that they like almost do, but they don't quite want to do it, you know. All right, so I think this is probably the rules here. So that's pretty neat. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't know it had something like this. It says, for Nancy's eyes only. Do not open until you have survived a game with Nancy. Okay, well, I'm not going to open that. We're not going to do spoilers here. Let's see. I have a feeling these are going to be just more action cards, maybe more specific to this game. Oh, no. Okay, they're terror cards. I was wrong. And there's a few other kind of weird things in here, too, so. The Frightmare is inevitable. I think they had to call it Frightmare. Like, nobody calls them Frightmares, but. So, all right. So, interesting, just kind of scenario-specific stuff. I don't want to get too deep in there, because I don't know what it is. All right, Doctor. Oh, okay, that's interesting. This comes up this way. I don't know how this is laid out. Okay. Okay, so for Sheila's eyes only, so she has her own special thing too. Do all the sets have that? I'm betting they do. That would make sense. I'm really curious as to what's in there, but I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. I will make myself win the game before opening that. Okay, so we have various little tokens in here. What's this? I'm trying to read this one. Oh, I don't know. It's not actually readable. I don't know what that is. Various kinds of supplies. I don't know what they're for. Police car, fire, all kinds of stuff. Here we have some more cards, some setup stuff. Various items and smallies. I remember seeing them. Various things it sounds like from the neighborhood. Got some items, bicycles, megaphones. Oh, these are odds and ends. Okay. Crucifix, pitchfork, machete. Look, okay. So all kinds of. Oh, an energy drink is to keep you awake. Haha, very neat. Love it. Okay. All right, let's take a look. These tarot cards, I think these are not going to be too interesting to look at, but okay. So that's it. That is everything from the core box, A Final Girl, as well as the Frightmare on Maple Lane. So that's it. I'm excited to try it. Again, let me know which setting or which feature film is your favorite. And if you have any general tips for the game, let me know that too. I'd love to hear that. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe. Click the little bell icon so you can know about the next time I put out a video. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. If you enjoyed that video, you might also like this one.
Or this one.
If you like any of our videos, what you should do is click this little button to subscribe so you'll know about the next time we put out a video.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.